IndiGo scrambling to cope with
travel chaos for IndiGo.
IndiGo faces a major operational breakdown.
The IndiGo crisis explained. IndiGo, India's largest airline, carrying around 60% of the domestic market using a fleet of over 400 aircraft. And with years of steady growth, IndiGo is now the backbone of Indian aviation. So what went wrong? It all starts with the DGCA, India's aviation regulator. In 2024, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation introduced a phased set of new flight duty time limitations to reduce pilot fatigue. These included increasing weekly rest periods from 36 to 48 hours, limiting night duties, tightening nighttime landing rules, and reducing overall duty hours. Airlines had almost 2 years to prepare. Carriers like Air India and Air India Express began adjusting early and prepared their rosters for the new rules, but IndiGo didn't. When the rules fully took effect on November 1st, 2025, the problems became unavoidable. IndiGo hadn't hired enough pilots or restructured schedules to meet the new limits. Flights slipped behind, crews timed out, aircraft sat idle. Delays multiplied until they turned into thousands of cancellations nationwide. In major hubs like Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, and Hyderabad, airports overflowed with stranded passengers. Terminals were packed, queues stretched out of sight, and people struggled to rebook or get assistance. Behind the scenes, the disruptions were even worse. Aircraft were stuck in the wrong cities. Crews were displaced. The ripple effect hit routes that weren't even directly involved. IndiGo's on-time performance plummeted, its market value dipped, and questions about internal planning grew louder. IndiGo's CEO publicly admitted the airline fell short in planning for the new regulations and that they apologized to all affected passengers. To rebuild trust, IndiGo offered no questions asked refunds to all impacted travelers and mobilized dedicated teams for rebooking and complaint handling. The government and DGCA intervened quickly. IndiGo was ordered to temporarily reduce flights to stabilize operations. A DGCA investigation committee was formed, and 4 DGCA inspectors were terminated over oversight failures. Regulators also granted short-term relaxations on certain FDTL provisions to help IndiGo restore basic reliability. The crisis sent a much bigger signal across India's aviation sector. Relying on one dominant airline is a national vulnerability. Other carriers were encouraged to take on more routes and share the load, ensuring the country wouldn't face a similar shutdown again. IndiGo, meanwhile, accelerated pilot hiring, rebuilt schedules, and redesigned crew rosters to match the tougher rules. Gradually, the terminals cleared. Aircraft rotations normalized. Canceled flights were rescheduled, and refunds were processed. By mid-December 2025, the worst had passed. Operations normalized, flights ran on time again, and IndiGo, after a messy stumble, emerged back on its feet stronger and more prepared than ever. The IndiGo crisis stands as a reminder. Even the biggest airline can falter when growth outpaces preparation, and when it does, the entire nation feels it.